Hi guys, Wanda here, and here I'm sharing a little project with you in Fast Forward, which I don't do much, but I wanted to share it with you. This is a Dollar Tree coaster that I have filed the image off the front, and I'm taping the back to protect the cork. I'm going to do a pour on it with some basics paint. And my idea was to do a chain pull, which didn't go very well, but I want to show you the entire process that I went through in Fast Forward so you don't have to sit through this nail biting thing that went on. Anyways, so I'm kind of struggling with the idea of how I want to do the chain pull here. As far as the paints go, that's Behr. That's wall paint. It's a sample I had. It's a white and a matte. It's a house paint. And then I use basics. I will leave the colors and the recipe for the pouring paint in the description down below. So here's the failed chain pull. I wanted to make a butterfly, and then it looked like an angel, and then I just didn't know what I was doing. So I had to scrap that idea, and I decided to go with a swipe. So I layered on the colors. You see that here, just no particular order. And then I used black Arteza pouring paint, ready pouring paint, and the swipe came out beautiful. That I'm very happy with. Those cells are beautiful. So I let this dry really, really well. I touched up the sides with some black, and then I let it dry. While it was drying, I was trying to think, what am I going to do with this? It's beautiful the way it is, but I wanted to make it something more. So I decided to put a face on it. A tree that, had the image of a face. So I colored the back with some chalk pastel pencil I have, and then I transferred it onto the coaster using a stylus. I went in with paint pens, Posca and Arteza paint pens, and it took me several goes with this to get any semblance of the branches, in the trees to work out. So I go over it several times with the thick brush pen, the thick Arteza pen, and then the small Posca. And it was just really, really very difficult, and I really struggled with it. And I was trying to follow along with the cellular structure, from the silicone, the cells that were made in the original pour. And I had this idea in my head, and I wanted it to work so much, and I couldn't make it work. So sometimes we just have to let it work out. Sometimes we have to let go of an idea and let something else blossom. So here I'm still struggling with it, and I'm trying to add paint to the front of the face to make it show up better. I was having trouble because the original pour is very dark, and I wanted to use black to make this tree stand out. Well, obviously that's not going to work. It just took me a while to figure it out. I was trying to force it, and it wasn't going to happen. So I'm not giving up yet, though. I get it to where I think it's going to look great, and then as it dries, it disappears again right into the background. So I grabbed the Duraclear, thinking, okay, I'll gloss it up and then you'll be able to see it again. Well, the Duraclear made the pens bleed, which I know that, and I completely forgot. So I ruined it again. Everything just turned into a big stoopy mess. Not the pour. The pour was sealed because I used Rust-Oleum 2X and sprayed that to seal it. Now that's dry, and I'm going back in with the Arteza and putting those branches back in there. Now I'm working on a different idea in my head, but it still requires the tree to be outlined in black. So I'm going ahead and redoing all of that work with the 2 pens, and now I'm using Apple Barrel black paint with brush to do the little fine details. And in just a moment here, I'm gonna jump back in at regular time and show you the end result and how that all came together. 3, 2, 1, now. Hello guys, sorry I forgot to hit record. Okay, so I let it dry completely and then I just put DuraClear gloss on it and let that dry. And you couldn't see the face at all. It was too dark. So I'm doing it in gold and I just noticed that it wasn't recording. So I just have a little bit left to do here, but it was a good save. I really like this. Actually, I like it better. So I'm just adding in some of the hair and branches with Folk Art 3081E in the gold treasure gold line. So sometimes you have to just let an idea go and go in a different direction. And any mistakes can be remedied. Usually you can save a piece of art by just allowing, your imagination to go another direction. I know it's really very, very hard when you have a picture in your head of how you want something to look, how you want it to turn out, and how, your idea of what it was. But it wants to be something different, so you gotta let it live somewhere else in your mind. This is okay with me. I'm liking this a lot. You can see the tree and the face. So, I worked on the other one for probably 2 hours collectively, and this gold has taken me about 10 minutes probably. So, it's a lesson learned sometimes. I should have known that it was too dark to use black for what I was wanting to do. But live and learn. And I don't regret it because I learned something. And if you've learned something, you win. Right? Okay, I think I'm going to stop because if I don't, I'm going to end up back in trouble with a mess like I had before. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it. What do you think? I like it. So guys, if you liked what you saw here today, please consider hitting subscribe and telling your friends, and help me grow my YouTube channel so that I can keep bringing more tutorials and, little tips and tricks, and our friends can upload as well, Margie and Katie, and we can all, share our art journey together. So thank you so much. Thank you again. Wanda out. I'll be seeing you soon.